This apartment has not been opened since 1939 after 70 years, a surprise no one believed. It is kind of expected to find something interesting and uncanny when a place is searched after being abandoned for decades. Mostly, things that are found are old trunks or suitcases, but this finding was much different and expensive. The experts and auctioneers were surprised and fought over the unique and valuable antiques found in this apartment that was closed since 1939. The apartment belonged to a woman named Madame de Florian, who lived in her house for quite a few years. She soon had to leave her apartment when World War II began and moved to the south of France. When the woman moved, she was in her 30s, leaving her apartment behind and all her collections within it. The house was untouched for 7 decades and came into light 3 years after Madame de Florian passed away at the age of 91. After the apartment was known, experts were sent to investigate the house and record all that was found inside it. Olivier Chopin-Janvry had been assigned the job to take a full inventory of the woman's possessions. When he walked into the apartment, the expert described that it felt like he was transported to a magical land where the house looked like Sleeping Beauty's castle. A strong smell of dust hit his nose after he opened the door of the house and started walking around the apartment. He was documenting things found inside the home and was amazed by the items. However, the expert was about to find a unique item that would take his breath away. The possession he found that made his heart skip a beat was a beautiful tableau of a woman wearing an evening dress. The painting of the Belle Epoque era was painted by the famous 19th-century Italian artist Giovanni Bagliverti. The subject of the painting was a beautiful French woman who is the artist's muse and the apartment owner's grandmother. She was a French actress and a socialite who had a long list of admirers, well-wishers, and lovers. This was known because a big box filled with love letters neatly tied in a ribbon was found in the house. The letters belonged to the former Prime Minister of France Georges Benjamin Clemenceau, the artist himself Giovanni Bagliverti, and many others. These letters were in pristine condition. Even after 70 years nothing happened to the condition of the paper. When the expert, Olivier Chopin-Janvry, saw the painting for the first time, he wasn't sure who had painted it. Because there was no record of the painting and no book that mentioned the tableau. Finally, when he found a love note from Bagliverti for this woman, he got the evidence he needed. Olivier found a reference to the painting. It was done in the year 1898 when Miss Florian was 24 years old. After confirming the authenticity, the gorgeous painting was put up for auction and the starting price was £253,000. There was a fight between the auctioneers to own the painting and they kept on bidding at a higher price. Eventually, the painting was sold at the price of a whopping £1.78 million, which is a world record for this particular artist. The painting was the most expensive item to be sold at the auction on that day. Many other possession of the apartment's owner was also auctioned and every item was preserved nicely since no one had entered the house for almost 7 decades. It looked like all the objects had frozen in time and the items that were sold were old versions of Mickey Mouse, Porky Pig, and a life-sized stuffed ostrich. When the antique collectors heard about the apartment and the auction they rushed to the place to get their hands on these priceless items. There was antique furniture too, such as the chairs, the tables, and the bookshelves in the apartment, all of them were unique in their style. But the most eye-catching was the antique makeup table, which had the most collectors who were ready to pay any amount to own it. It is very rare to find such an apartment that gives such an antique feel that is filled with such valuables. To find a place frozen in time like this apartment was a major discovery, and plenty of wonderful things came out of it. Surprisingly, the house wasn't damaged or destroyed during the invasion and the battle. It was a lifetime experience even for the expert, Olivier Chopin-Janvier, to find a glimpse of a past in the house. He would have never thought in his wildest dreams that he would come across such a wonder.